Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up to? Welcome to another episode of Dead Radio. And as you know, today I've got a special guest. Uh, special guest to introduce themselves. Say, what's up, dog?
What's up, boy?
How you doing, man? Are you good, dog?
I'm, I'm alright, boy.
All right,
Um,
who are you, dog? Let's go.
who am I? I'm a nobody.
Stop capping, dog.
This is Tots, Thatiso Dube, founder of GALXBOY. I don't know. I'm a designer. Whatever you can call me. I don't know the words. But
What do you mean, whatever, dog?
I've done something in the world.
I hear you. So basically, dog, I don't know if you watched the other episode, but what's gonna happen here? We're just gonna have a conversation.
Sure.
We're gonna obviously highlight on certain things more than others, but in the essence of things, this is not an interview. It's a conversation. You can
Yeah.
talk however you want. You can say what you want. It's anything goes. On what?
Sure, boy.
So now I want to ask you a question, dog. I know you said it's not an interview, but I'm curious. So now, what's your background like? Yeah, you from Mommy
hmm
Lodi. Where did you school? Did you finish school? I know you went to university. You studied numbers. You didn't
Yeah.
fuck with numbers. um, you didn't fuck with school as a result, and that's how GALXBOY came about, ne? Because you didn't fuck with school,
Something like that.
something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
did
basically, I'm from Mams. Grew up, born and raised. Went to Lamontown Primary School.
yeah.
Uh, I finished that. Certified.
Okay.
Then went to
Yeah.
Cornerstone College
Okay.
in Pretoria. I also finished that.
Okay.
Uh, 2008. That's when I matriculated.
Okay.
Then I went to University of Pretoria.
Right.
I was studying auditing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, auditing. And before during matric, that's when I started actually making like t-shirts and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. So how did
I
you start
started.
them? Like, because
I
I know
started.
you learned on paint. I know you learned on paint, but like,
Yeah.
what I mean by how did you start it is like, did you just wake up one morning and was like, "Yo, I'm about to start mm, doing logos and shit"? Like, how did that come about?
Um, I think I used to hang around Anati a
Okay.
lot, like during matric, grade 11. I used to hang around Anati a lot, being with him in the studio every day.
How did you
So,
guys link?
yo, I don't even know.
Long
We met
time.
we met through I think we met through Koto. This other guy used to
Okay.
rap. I met him when I moved to in my matric year. I moved to Centurion to live with
Okay.
my dad. Oh,
Okay.
uh, yeah. I met Koto. Koto used to rap. Then he was friends with Anati. I met Anati, and Anati was
Okay.
young. I think he was like 15, 16, and I was like
Crazy.
18. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I met him. I met Anati through Koto. We started hanging out. Like I was at Anati's house like every weekend. Like when it's Friday, I used to go up to his house. Then I left like Sunday or something like that. So we
Word.
used to hang out. Thing is, with my background being from the hood, I wasn't really like connected to the world
Right.
as other people. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I discovered things like the internet. I discovered uh, brands like Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when I was with Anati, he already knew all of these things. So I was like, shit, wow,
What the
what's going
hell?
on?
Yeah.
So he basically like put me on like the world. You know what I mean? Internet.
Crazy. Okay.
So when I went back home, I used to like do some research on my own. You know what I mean? So I discovered a lot of things. Then I discovered I'ma keep through Anati. We used to go
Right.
to Joburg to get some clothes. He was sponsored by I'ma keep at that time.
Right.
So fine, yeah, that's when I developed like the love for it, the love for like fashion and clothing. Then 2008, my matric year, I started a brand called Cheese Boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Wi-Fi is not popping. Hello. Shit. The Wi-Fi is not popping.
basically, the logo of the brand is basically me biting I'ma keep straight up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right. I know a lot of people are not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get this, but you're actually fucking right. Ish, Wi-Fi, why are you doing this to me, man? What's up, bro?
Just hold on.
I think it's mine. I don't know if it's yours. I'm not too sure. Could be mine.
Mine is fine.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
could be
yours or
mine,
mine?
dude. It could be mine. Rain is bugging, dog. I just jumped onto Rain because Rain is just doing nonsense, bro. But yeah, I lost you at the part where you're saying your logo's a bite of I'ma keeps
Yeah.
the cheese boy one.
So basically, when I discovered I'm keep, it inspired me to start my own brand because I didn't know that we were actually allowed to make our own
To have
shit. You
our
know what
own
I mean?
brand. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
as South Africans, I only thought only like Nike and them were only allowed to do that. No? So
Word.
that's what lack of information does to you.
Yeah,
You understand?
true.
Because
Yeah.
of your environment and whatever. So when I discovered that, I was like, oh shit! So I can do my own shit. So I first thing I did, I bet I'ma keeps logo, made my own logo, started my brand called
Okay.
Cheese Boy. Um, I only did it like for my friends in high school, so we used to wear that
Right.
stuff during CV and whatever. Or,
Uh-huh.
uh, people started wanting that stuff, so we started selling those t-shirts. I think I saw the t-shirt for like 150 or something like that.
Okay.
Uh, Sold a few t-shirts. Didn't really do anything with the money, just wasted it. Or,
Yeah.
uh, and yeah, it became popular. Then when I finished matric, I got into university at Tux.
Yeah.
Then I decided to take it more seriously, over. So I
Why?
took a
Why?
why?
Did you see
No,
that you could make coins? You see potential?
yeah, because we did. I did quite maybe I made maybe like a young 5,000 from those t-shirts at that time. You know, it was a lot of money for me. So, but I saw that
Crazy. Okay.
as I did my
Okay.
as I did like my research, I saw that man, my stuff is not that on point. You know what I mean? I need to get it to a level of a Nike or a Louis Vuitton or you know what I mean, or I'm a keep. So I did some research. Was it 2009, 2010, 2011? I was doing research. Um, I recreate the brand was Cheese Boy, right? So the girls wanted their own t-shirts also. So I did a cheese girl t-shirt. All right, sure.
That-
So okay, now I have cheese boy t-shirts. I have cheese girl t-shirts. So now I wanted to make it one brand, so it's not like
yeah.
things. So I changed the name to Cheese Girl X Boy. All right? Then I thought, nah, this thing is too long. You know what I mean? The name is too long. So I cut away the cheese, and it was GALXBOY. Then I made a new
Mm-hmm.
logo. So the X in the GALXBOY is basically like it's like a multiplying situation. It's like an equation. It's basically means girls and boys. You know what I mean? So I changed the logo.
Yeah.
I got a new logo.
Yeah. Cheese girl. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I got a new logo for GALXBOY. I made like maybe tons of logos, but I was
Yeah.
biting other brands. Like my monogram logo, I took it from the Louis Vuitton monogram. Then I took the playfulness of it from
Yeah.
your, I think your BBC, your ice cream, your Babe. Like I was just everywhere, though. A lot of
Right.
brands like, influenced me
Right.
do what I do. So Sharp, um, the brand officially
What inspired
started.
the new logo?
The new logo was basically I just wanted to be more clean, because I looked up to
Okay.
Louis Vuitton. I looked up to Louis Vuitton for what like everything they did. I studied Louis Vuitton, everything they did, how their logos look, how their pictures looked, just how they did things. Obviously, I wasn't
Right.
able to get to their level, but my goal was to get to their level. So everything they did, I did. The way that the logo is clean, the font,
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
blah blah blah. You know? So that's how I ended up with my logo. So yeah, 2011,
Yeah.
the brand was there, but it wasn't launched yet. I was still in school, struggling. I was struggling, my boy.
But struggling, struggling out, dog. Wait, let me pause. Let me do this, right? I'm gonna pause us here. I think it's my Wi-Fi, so I think I'm gonna buy data and call you back. Give me about 5 minutes, no?
All right, sure,
Sharp.
sure. Out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, ah, shit. There goes that dream. So I went to school and did all this funny stuff.
Yeah.
So eventually, um, I was working on my brand. My brand was a bit popular. I
Okay.
remember I made a when was it? 2011. I came out
Yeah.
with caps. Yeah, 2011. I came out with caps.
Yeah.
I made these caps in China. I found I found the contact on Alibaba, so I was just really taking a chance.
Right.
The caps were like $1 each or something like that. I made like 500 of them. Wabo.
Where did you get the money?
Uh, I think my dad gave it to me. I can't remember.
Like,
Yeah,
did
I
you
think
talk
my
to him about it? Did you like, yo, this is what I want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or he just gave you coins?
Nah, I just gave me coins. I didn't tell him what I was wanna do.
Okay.
Wabo.
Okay. Yeah.
Since I was like fucking up at school and stuff. So he gave me the coins. I think yeah, he gave me the coins. I ordered the caps. Sharp, the caps arrived. I was selling them. Those I don't think I'm not sure if you remember. It was the blue and red cap with the white X logo, the GALXBOY logo. Um,
Fuck.
way back. So I sold those caps. Maybe I sold half of them. Then they stopped moving. So I decided, you know what?
Okay.
I think maybe I need to promote the brand in some way. Wabo.
Yeah.
So now I have 250 caps. there was a homecoming picnic happening
Mm-hmm.
in sometime in September 2011. So I decided, you know what, let me just go to that homecoming and just give out the caps for free. So we took out all the caps, went to the event. Everyone we saw, just give a cap, took a picture, give a cap, took a picture, give a cap, took a picture. Told them to follow us on Facebook, blah blah blah. We posted their pictures. So people started asking, what is this GALXBOY? What's
Mm.
going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So once we had their attention, um, uh, I think the owner of Keep late that year was like, you know what, come design for me. I made so much noise that he was like, come design for us. I'll pay you, blah blah blah. So, beginning of 2012, I was like to my parents, I was like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I can't do this school stuff anymore. You know what I mean? Um, can you guys at least give me like 1 year?
Yeah.
I was like, give me like 1 year. This is the beginning of 2012. I'm like, give me like 1 year. If I don't make anything with this thing I'm trying to do, then I'll just go back to school, give you guys your degree.
Yeah. Get a degree, I'll live a normal job.
Yeah,
I live a normal life.
I have a normal life, whatever. Understand? And at that time, I hated school. Like school was like the worst place. I was low key depressed when I had to go.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go back like at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the thought of
So
going back really pushed it, nigga, huh?
yeah. So now, so now January I'm working for Keep design. I think I did the winter collection for 2012.
Right.
So basically the guy Nkosana from Keep, he wanted to pay me. I think he wanted to give me something like 3,000 or 4,000 per month, something like that. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. I don't need the money. Just need to know how you do this thing. You know what I mean? Where you do
Yeah.
it, who do you use, blah blah blah. Because now I was designing for my Keep after its peak, like after it, like
Fuck shit up. I know what you
yeah,
mean. Like after maybe the Josie time. Because when
yeah,
Josie the group was big, hey, I'm a keep was
it was
yes, like it
they were
was
selling,
huge.
yeah, they were selling millions of shirts by then. Oh.
Yeah.
So I joined the design team. So he said, okay, Shep, I won't pay you. I'll show you the ropes. So I started designing. Sharp. I think around April or March, it was like, yo, I'm flying to China in about 2 weeks or so. If you can hook up 10,000 for a flight, I'll sort out accommodation, blah blah blah. I was like, shit. I
Where do you find 10,000 though? What the hell?
I thought, cheese boy, I hit up my dad. Pa, I need 10,000, I need to go to China, blah blah blah. There's an opportunity. I want to see how things work. What? My dad is supporting, so I no doubt. And my dad pays for the ticket. I claim. I get the passports, the visas, and everything. Sharp. We off to China. Off to China with because I think I was with Kosana and the Les. Yeah, Kosana and the Les. So before we went to China, I was like, Kosana told me, yo, you must make sure your stuff is ready if you want to make anything. So that week I was designing though. Design my whole winter.
Yeah.
Design my whole winter and I did my winter and my summer collection. Okay,
Yeah.
everything was ready. That's when I was doing those like basically the first items that came out. The vest with the many faces,
Yeah.
the T-shirt with the fingers and the cartoons.
Yeah.
The T-shirt with the big X.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, basically my first designs. So sharp. We
Mm-hmm.
get to China. We get to China. China is a bit weird, Chinese people looking at us like we are aliens and stuff. I think they don't see black people a lot at that time, you know.
It doesn't matter. It's all good, dude. I had to change locations because my Wi-Fi was bugging. But thank you to a friend of mine. We good.
Sure.
Thank you for thank you for bearing with me, bro. But yeah, we can carry on, dog. I even forgot where we were, dog. I think we should just start out on a new page or what? Oh yes, the plan to go to China, dude. When that guy gave you the 10K,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
your
Okay.
dad gave you the 10K, actually, matter of fact.
So it's it's March 2012, ne?
Right.
I was working for I'm a Keep. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Designing for them and whatever. So um he was leaving for China to make the clothes I designed. Oh.
Right, right.
So I said, Ish, instead of you paying me like a salary, let me just, go with you and see how this thing works. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sharp, I needed 10K, so I asked my dad for 10K. He hooked me up with 10K to buy the ticket,
Okay.
sort of the passport, the visas, and whatever. I think I was with the Les. Yeah, I was with the Les in Kosana.
Word.
So we flew to China, got there. It was crazy. Like, I don't, that's the craziest place I've ever been. You know what I mean? It's like,
Why is it crazy? What's going on?
bro, China is like, yo, it's crazy. Everybody's busy though. Like everybody
Ev-
is busy. Everyone. Like literally. From your beggars to your guys that sell fruits to crazy.
Word. Word.
So
Yeah,
yo,
you get there sharp.
so they shop. We hit the factories. Kosana does this thing. So now before we left, I had to like make sure I have all my designs ready if I wanted to do any samples or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So I did all of that. All of that was ready. So sharp we get there. We deal with I'ma keep stuff. I meet the guys at the factory. Like it was crazy. The quality was too much. You know what I mean?
Word.
So I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be in
Yeah.
terms of trying to reach like that Louis Vuitton level. You know what I mean? The
Mm-hmm,
quality,
mm-hmm.
craftsmanship, blah blah blah. So shall we do that? I'ma keep stuff. Um, so after we're done with that, that's when I do my stuff.
Yeah.
So I did
So he
samples.
plugged you. So he plugged you with everything.
So he plugged me inside. Like not he didn't even fuck around. He plugged me inside.
Like
I
it's
was like,
like he's like, dog, yeah, do whatever you need to do.
bro, do what I
Okay,
do. So I was
sure.
like, I'm not wasting this opportunity. Everything was ready. All my designs were ready. I gave them to the manufacturer. They made samples for me.
Okay.
I couldn't like take them before we left, so they shipped them to me. So sharp,
Okay.
we come back to SA. Then I think yeah, my job there was done at Amma Keep Keeper. I think it's around June. So he dropped his collection
Yeah.
in June. Everything was done sharp. It's fine. Then I got my samples.
Yeah.
Got the samples. I think that's when we even did the photo shoot, or was it after? I can't remember. I did a
Which
photo shoot
samples
with.
did you get though?
Dog, I got everything. I got winter and summer. I got the
Yes, it's
vest.
on time. Okay.
I got the jackets. I got the
But
hoodies.
now, where did you get the coins?
No, to make the samples.
Yeah.
Kosana paid for them actually.
Oh, so he held you down. Okay.
So let me down for real. That's my OG. Like you understand.
That's some crazy shit. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
That's some
oh yeah,
crazy shit for real.
yeah, cause I went there with no money at all. I only had the flight ticket. That's it. So he helped me down.
So he wanted to see if you're really gonna hustle for the flight ticket, and then it's like, dog, you got the coins for the flight ticket. Aren't you really serious? I
Yeah.
get you. I get you. Sure.
So
Yeah.
he paid for my samples. I think the samples were like maybe around each piece was like maybe 1,000 each, if I'm not mistaken. Because the dollar was low back then. I think it was R7 at that time.
Yeah. Now it's
Now it's
quadruple now, bro. It's almost about 20 now.
yeah.
It's
So
probably still there.
the samples were about maybe 12,000 or 20,000 for everything.
Yeah.
So he paid for that. Fine. I left Keep around June, July.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started. I hit back the factory. I was like, so how much would it cost to make this T-shirt? How much would it cost to make this hoodie? Blah blah blah. So they were like, you have to make 100 of each minimum.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
so
I think that's everyone's issue. That's everyone's issue when it comes to working with China. So is the units.
Yeah. Oh, so I was like, okay, 100
Yeah.
each. It's like sharp. Okay. So I calculated everything. So winter was done. So I was making for summer basically. Oh.
Yeah.
So I think I had two vests, a bunch of t-shirts. It was vests and t-shirts only at that time.
Yeah.
So I calculated everything I wanted. It added up to about 100K. Oh,
Right. Yeah.
okay, 100K. Let me hustle now. So now I'm looking for money now. I'm looking for money.
Yeah.
I'm looking for money. There's a friend of mine called Sikelo.
Right.
I met him in Joburg through a friend, blah blah blah. So he was basically like interested in the brand and what. I was like, okay. I was like, yo, I need 100K. I want to do this, do that, blah blah blah. So he was like, yeah, I know what. I have a couple of bands laying around, you know. He was like, okay, sell me shares and whatever. I was like, at that time, I was like, you know what, it's fine. Let's go. So I sold him shares. He gave me the 100K. I flew
But how
back to
much? How many shares did the 100K buy? Can you answer that? Are you allowed to? Like back then, though. Obviously, it's back then.
I think maybe I gave him like 20%. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 20% for 100K. Because at that time,
Okay.
I just wanted to make those things, and I
Yeah,
didn't
you
wanna
wanted to move.
and I didn't wanna make my stuff locally because the quality was whack.
Yeah.
So China was the only way for me. It's either I had to wait for the money or whatever. It just had to be China, no other thing.
Yeah.
So I get the money. I fly back to China around August. Alone that time now. I'm alone, completely alone. I go into China. I do what I do. You know, I pay those niggas. They start making the clothes. I fly back. Then I think the clothes arrived in September 2012. It was street cred. You
Yeah.
know,
I
cred.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time at street cred. The clothes dropped on that day actually. So the clothes dropped. People were there checking them out. Blah blah blah. Then from there, I thought it was over. It was over from
Yeah, nah, it was over. That things took off
yeah,
from there because I remember that street cred. That street
yeah.
cred was like one of the biggest street creds. Well, one of the only street creds because it's a long story, but
It's almost
things like moved after that street cred. I thought like a
yeah,
lot of like the culture. I don't like the word the culture, Mara, but yeah, things like in terms of local
yeah.
street content was created after that street cred. So fine. So now in between that thing, when did you decide to move to Joburg again? Why did you move to Joburg? Like, because you studied at UP, then for your year break, you go to Joburg, right? And that's when you start working for Keep,
Well,
right?
Yeah, my friend was studying at UJ.
Right.
So he had an apartment, blah blah blah. It's like, you know what? I was basically staying with him regularly. So that's why I moved to Joburg, just to be close to my keep and all of that stuff. So that was the only reason. There wasn't really like I knew
Anything specific?
yeah, I didn't know anybody in Joburg. I didn't fuck
Ah,
with
yeah. But I would think like because I started noticing the brand like more um when I went to UJ. Because yeah, I saw it in Pretoria, but you know Pretoria how it is. Like
yeah,
Pretoria is
hold
like
on.
a
I'm coming back now.
alright, no stress, dog. Yeah, niggas gonna have to forgive us, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We're just having a young conversation. You chilling vibes, you know.
The chef, the
Um,
chef, the chef just brought my food, man. Anyway,
yeah, the chef is special food.
yeah. So I think the reason why you saw it a lot in Joburg is that we were selling to the UJ crowd. They
Right.
were they were like more like Joburg was buying, dog. Like the students were buying that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
I think that's why. Yeah, I think that's why you noticed it. But also Pretoria
Yeah.
also held me down.
Yeah, definitely, bro. But you know how things are in Pretoria. Like, that's like I love Pretoria, but like a few things that I hate is that like, um, I don't know if I can say hate, Joe, because it's not hate, but it's like a nigga can make it when he's in Pretoria. You get what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, you can
yeah.
be the dog, like you can be the dawn in Pretoria, but when you go to Joburg, it's like, hey, who's this guy, dog? So that's
Yeah,
the thing about Pretoria.
Joburg is different, man. That's why I never wanted to like open a shop in Joburg as per se because people just are fickle there, you know? Shit just
Yeah,
changes. You know what I mean?
yeah, they change
So
overnight,
yeah. So we had to,
overnight.
we had to like stick to Pretoria in terms of shops and all of that type of stuff. Oh,
Right, right. And when it comes to like friends with artists, did you like make them through I'ma keep? Because obviously being in the store and artists are coming to come collect stock because they're sponsored by the brews. I guess
uh,
that's how you also interact with them.
well, not really, because I never really I don't really I'm not really good at what you call this relationship.
Socializing.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not really good at
But how
relationships.
can you say that, dog?
I'm not like actually I'm not. I'm not good at relationships. So basically, so, most of the time the artists found me. They were like, "Yo,
Ah,
I saw this sweater on what. I'm shooting a video. I was hoping you can hook me up with blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, okay, it's fine, man. Here's some gear, whatever. Do whatever you want. You know, you don't have to mention us. Just wear what you like."
right.
So it could be like some sort of natural. Yeah. So in terms of relationships, man, hey, it was tough for me, bro, because I don't like speaking to people.
Yeah. So what do you do when you have a baby? You have a girlfriend if you don't like speaking to people.
No, like that's different, obviously.
How's it different?
when you when you get comfortable with someone, then you can, you know what I mean, do
Oh
whatever.
yeah. Yeah, you're
So
being a cute guy. Yeah, yeah, I feel you, bro.
yeah,
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
so,
Okay,
so,
okay.
so like when I meet someone new, I'm
Hmm.
very I'm like I hold back. Like I'm like, okay, whatever, you know what I mean? Who is
But
this
what
nigga?
does that even mean, dog? Like, how does that? So to a certain degree, are you saying when you're interested in someone, that someone is more interested in you because you're
Mm,
reserved?
most of the time, yeah. But if I really want to,
Okay, player.
but if I really want to engage with the person, then I'll take the first step, you know. But it's very hard
Word.
because you know how it is, man. I'm like that.
Yeah, I really feel you. Doug, so wait, in the store, right? At the GALXBOY store in Hatfield, right? So there's one thing I've been curious about, Doug. Like, how did you manage to put together the team that you had? Because as much as I've watched a couple of things, as much as you say that it's just friends that came together to come support your vision, but it's almost as if the friends knew exactly what they were doing, and everyone was doing that job well. Like, one, Dumi knew he had to do this, Shoki knew he had to do that, Pussy knew she had to do this. So how did you put that together? And is would you say it's something important that you need to do when you're building like a brand? Like, do you need a team of people to make sure that certain things are done?
I mean, we didn't know anything about retail or clothing or whatever. Well, but thing is, when I was developing the brand, they were there. They saw everything.
Right.
So they saw everything. They pictured themselves in those positions that they had at the shop. So when it was time to open the shop, they were like, okay, I'll handle this, I'll handle this, I'll handle this. So we never really like none of them were like professionals.
Definitely, yeah.
About that stuff. So the thing is that the reason that they saw it develop, it made them more committed and willing to do whatever to make it what it was or what it is today. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, because they saw it from the ground up.
Yeah, they saw it from the ground up. So they were emotionally invested in the brand.
Right. So it wasn't people you picked. They basically picked the positions themselves, and that's why they finessed it.
I didn't pick them. They were always around me, so it only made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense. So now, you guys get a store in Hatfield. Now, put me through that. What happens? Because now, let's say the store closed down, and what would you say led down to the store closing down?
Okay, sharp. So from 2012, we've been selling out the boot. 2012, 2013, and yeah, things were going well, but we needed like a store.
Right.
So sharp. Obviously, we didn't have the money. You know what I mean? So I approached these other two guys from Money Holdings. They were like businessmen, basically.
Right.
They approached me actually.
Right.
Yeah, they approached me. They're like, "Yo, we want to invest, blah blah blah." I was like, "Okay, why?" You know what I mean? It's like, "Yeah, no, we should." Blah blah blah. You want to invest and make it bigger and stuff and like that. So I was like, okay, you know what? Because that time the brand was heavy now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like I have an ego. I'm confident. I'm like, yeah, I know we'll speak. Blah blah blah, whatever. So yeah, 2014 came. We met up. So they said, okay, Sharp, let's open a store. You will your job would be the product and we'll run the business.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand? So I was like, okay, that's easier for me because I'm not really like
the businessman.
Yeah, I'm not put the business side of things.
Yeah.
But I can sell a t-shirt to anyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, sure. So we come together, we open a new company for the store. I think in the store, my GALXBOY took about 65% or 60%, somewhere there. Then they took the rest.
Right.
So the store had its own company, like a joint.
Yeah.
Sharp. The agreement was that they contribute whatever the store needs, infrastructure, computers, blah blah blah, staff, etc.
Right.
Then my contribution will be the clothes. That was
Right.
the agreement in the beginning. So shop, I hustle the money for the clothes. I make the clothes. I think it was the winter collection at that time. I make the winter stuff. They get the store together. They construction, blah blah blah. The store is
Mm-hmm.
ready. We open the store. Shop. First day we opened. It was on a Saturday, I think, sometime in July. I can't remember.
Yeah.
We opened the store. First day sales, we make about 100K in one day.
Okay.
Okay, this
Now
is
you're
crazy.
shocked now. Yeah.
Now,
That's a big leaks. Yeah.
now 100K in a day. I'm like, okay, shit. All right, shop. We carry on. The first year is great. The second year is great. So now, uh, me, my job was to handle the
With the
product.
clothes. Yeah.
Understand? I was happy doing that. So now it becomes a thing of the investor now wants to dictate now the
The
product. It's
product.
blah blah blah. So I'm like, ish, you know what?
Wait. How now? What do you mean they want to dictate? Like now they're telling you, hey Joe, instead of putting the logo like this, put it like this.
Yeah, now it's
Or maybe
like
next collection we must do this.
yeah, it's like suggestions now. Hey, why don't you? Why don't you? So now,
Yeah, because okay.
now we're in a business now. I have to like at
Yeah.
least hear them out or whatever.
Yeah, I hate that shit though. I hate when someone has to tell me their 2 cents about design,
You know what I
design
mean?
effort. Like, hey Joe, why don't you do this? Why don't you do hey Joe, do it yourself, bruh. But
So
yeah.
sharp. I'm being a I'm being I'm being a nice guy. I'm listening. Okay, yeah, okay. No, I hear you guys. Sharp. You know what I mean? I'll try. So now I realize, all right, you know what? I this thing with suggesting is not gonna work for me. Well,
Yeah.
so now they trying to get into my space. I scared I had my own space, designing and whatever.
Right.
They're trying to
Yeah.
get into space. So now the only solution for me now, thing is now I'm in an agreement, we sign contracts and blah blah blah. So it made me start to hate having like the brand. You understand? So now
Yeah.
I felt like I was being forced to do things I don't want to do. Whatever. In the
But is there
spirit of
something
in the
but is
spirit
there
of
something is there something you've done that you feel like you were forced to do? Like specifically?
no,
Like
not really.
maybe like one garment you're like, hey, I don't fucking like this garment, but hey, those guys.
No, not really. There were some items where I said, "Yo, guys, we need to make this item again or whatever," and they'll be like, "No,
Ah,
no, let's not make it. Let's make something new." What? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because obviously in retail, you have items that kind of they call them iconic items that people the
Always
people
buy.
yeah that people always buy that people
It's like the Air
recognize
Force One, for argument's
yeah
sake. Yeah.
that people recognize your brand with. So I
Right.
had those type of items, but they were saying like, no, we've done this before, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, this is how it works. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You always have to have that one item that always stays. That's the
Yeah.
staple. Yeah.
Louis Vuitton also always has this bag in the shop, regardless.
Definitely. Yes.
You
I
understand?
get you. Yeah.
But they didn't understand that. You know what I mean? And so the relationship start getting sour now. Right?
Yeah.
So it start getting sour. I'm beginning to regret going to business with these guys, and now it's affecting my what can I say? My passion or
Right.
commitment to the brand. Well,
Yeah, because I remember there's one thing that you told me. You were like, I should never let someone invest that doesn't understand the fashion business.
yeah, you understand?
And I totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was at that point, and I was like, yo, what do I do? Well,
Yeah.
I decided to basically destroy the brand from
Are you
within.
serious?
Yeah, I decided to, like, bit by
Yo,
bit, like, destroy
are
it
you
because
serious?
yeah, because I wanted to get out of the agreement. You understand?
Yeah.
Because now I couldn't create any. Like, I wasn't in the mood to create anything. Like, I was basically almost getting depressed at that
Yeah.
time. You can
Yeah.
imagine. I was like, I don't even want to do anything now. It's
Yeah.
whatever. Blah. And at that point, I was young, and I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. If this thing goes down, I can start it again or whatever. Blah.
Yeah. Because you did it once, you can do it twice.
Yeah. So basically, I started destroying the brand, um, like operational wise. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
eventually, it got to a point where the store couldn't afford rent, blah blah blah. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we had to eventually close down.
Right.
And before that, the relationship between me and the investors was like sour, dog. Was
Sour,
like
obviously. Because there's
was
no, like,
it was.
yeah.
You understand? It was bad, 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 bad. So eventually, the store closed down. Um, the investors tried to push some stuff online. I was like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how investors are. They put in money, so
Yeah, they want money back, bro. They don't care about anything else but the money back.
obviously I was still in agreement. So
Yeah, yeah,
the only way they said they would get out if I bought them out.
yeah.
So that time obviously I ain't got no money, B. So I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So it goes on and it goes on. Actually, I only got out of the agreement. Let me see. I think 2 years ago, or yeah,
Really,
yeah,
but
two.
how? Did you end up paying them out like bit by bit?
No, I didn't pay a cent. Something happened. I scared the store
Yes.
had had some tax problems and blah blah blah, shit like that, baba.
Yeah.
So so I think these guys were busy with something else, with other businesses. But
And that business was bringing it down. They
and
like they score.
yeah,
Mm.
store was fucking up with their shit, baba.
Yeah.
So I think that was like an opportunity.
Oh,
A
yeah,
gift
yeah,
from.
you got saved, dog. What? That's crazy.
I think it was a gift from God. So those guys were like, "Yo, you wanna get out of this thing?" I was like, "No, actually, they wanted me to sign something. I think." So I read that thing. They wanted me to sign. I was like, "Nah, I'm not signing this thing until you get out of this company." So like, you know what? Fine, we're getting out. So they got out. I signed that thing. Then that's when I started getting back to my shit. You know what I mean? That's when
Yeah.
I That's when I started doing all of these things, started designing. That's when I got the Castlelight deal, the Trace deal, MTV. Like, yeah, getting back
Word.
into the groove of designing and making stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But I mean, the first year of the store was great. The second year was great. I think we used to push something like maybe 2 to 5 million a year in the store.
Yeah. How much?
Yeah.
Say that again, bro. You have to say that again.
We used to push 2 to 5 million a year in the store.
That's crazy, dog. What
Yeah,
the hell?
it's
What?
crazy. And I only, I
That's
only and I only saw those numbers after the store closed down.
after. Yeah,
'Cause
you know how it goes, dude.
I wasn't really like, into the numbers things. I just wanted to sell the clothes. Or
Yeah. I see there's something that you literally say on some interview where I totally agree. You were like, don't focus on profits because that shouldn't be like the main goal of the brand. And that's what I constantly always tell these little niggas that ask me about like money. And it's like, dog, if you're chasing money, like in the beginning, if you focused on money in the beginning, you're gonna stop.
dog,
You're gonna stop.
money will always be there.
It will, dog. And what a lot of people don't get is that like if you focused consistently on something, dog, like one door has to open. Like it could be one door with that specific thing, or it could be another door with something else. But one door, like a door has to open. You know, it's just like one of those things. Like it's absolutely impossible to focus on one thing consistently and for it not to turn into anything. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, because
So now,
money will, in terms of money, the subject of money will always be there.
right,
Even if we get hit by an earthquake tomorrow, there'll still be money.
right.
They might not be you, but the money will still be there.
Yeah.
So
True.
there's no point at chasing money. You know what I mean? Just make
Yeah.
sure your craft is A1 or one, then all the money
Yeah.
will just pouring in while you're just sitting at home, basically.
Relaxing. Yeah, no cap. Yeah, no cap. No cap. So now I read somewhere that you were a millionaire at 24. How true is that? How true is that? Because
Uh,
in a lot of the interviews, you always jumped. You always
yeah,
jumped up because you.
I think I was 24 in 2015. I mean 2014.
Yeah.
That's when the store opened. So
Ah.
we were making 50 to 100K a day. So
Yeah, it's all in the numbers.
yeah,
Do the math.
yeah. That's when I made my first milli that year, 2014.
That's
Although,
crazy. That's
yeah.
crazy. And what would
But
you say?
but thing is,
What would you
I didn't even see that
feed it?
money. Yeah, I didn't even. I don't know.
It's
But
business, dude. You know how it goes. It's a cycle.
but but
Money comes in, money goes out.
on paper that those are facts. Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Well,
can do it once, you can do it again, bro.
let me charge my laptop quickly.
Yeah, no stress, dog.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. If you've done before, you can do it again.
No,
It's easy.
100%, dog. There's no cap about that. So now, right now, when it comes to design influences, who's influencing your designs, and are you still designing?
Right now, I'm more of a I'm moving towards the clothes more than like the logos.
Right.
I think I've passed that stage where I create logos. You understand?
Yeah.
I've made all the logos I've needed to make.
Right.
Now now it's just implementing them
Garments.
onto garments.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Louis Vuitton having the monogram and putting it everywhere. You know,
Right.
they don't necessarily have to make new logos because
Yeah.
their brand is established. They just have to be innovative and make new garments and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Terms like sneakers and you know what I mean, stuff like that. So right now, I don't know, man. I just get inspiration from everywhere. Whatever I see, I just try remake it or you know what I mean? Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So now, how do you make coins right now? Seeing that you know, are you moving product?
Right now.
Yes.
Right now, I mean, since the beginning of the year, been making coins through like corporate gigs. You know,
Right.
making merch for like MTV, uh, Trace TV. What else? I just did a project now with Smirnoff. And yeah, those small things. But now I'm trying to get back to making products for GALXBOY again.
Right.
This year already, I dropped the card holders. I think.
Right. Yeah.
I think.
I got one of those.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I made this year.
Yeah.
Uh, so, but currently the thing is now I'm busy with school. This online
Really? What are you studying?
um uh luxury and fashion management.
Uh-huh.
So basically it's like
Why that? Well, obviously, but I guess you're trying to turn GALXBOY into a luxury brand.
yeah, well, not necessarily a luxury brand, but I'm trying to manage it like a luxury brand.
Uh-huh.
So there's this thing called Mestige.
Okay.
Mestige is basically mass and prestige put together.
Right. So it's mass prestige garments, basically.
Yeah, so basically you're treating mass garments in a prestige way.
Make me an example. I get exactly what you mean, though, but I'm gonna need like an actual example.
So an example would be, Magnum ice cream.
Right.
Magnum ice cream is affordable, right?
Right.
Anybody can access it,
Yes.
right? You can even get it at a petrol station. You can get it everywhere.
Yes.
But Magnum is seen as a elite or premium brand
Ice cream. Of how it's
of
marketed.
the packaging. Even in the photo shoots, they use models to you know what I mean, to advertise the ice cream. So it's something that's an example basically.
Right. I get what you mean. So it's basically allowing marketing to set a reference for no, I'm lying to you. I'm lying. It's basically using marketing to set a perception for the human, for the consumer, that this is A, B, C, D, but in reality it's E.
Yeah, because brands are supposed to connect emotionally with the consumers,
Yes.
So consumers always want to belong. They want to belong in a certain group of people that, you know what I mean. Just like people buying from Woolworths instead of a Checkers or Pick and
now
Pay.
they want to be part of the rich guys that buy Woolworths. Yeah.
And you'll find out that Woolworths buys from the same farmer, buys the same apple farmer that Checkers buys from.
Right.
It's just the image now.
Yeah, it's just the image and the packaging. And now instead of the butter container being rectangle, they make this circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm trying to do with the brand now. So that's why I'm studying this luxury management course online.
Right. Yeah. So now, I remember bumping into you. I don't know which year it was, dude. I think it was maybe 2017. And you were telling me how Edcon was actually trying to pay you to stop your brand.
No, it wasn't Edcon. It was
the Foschini Group.
Foschini Group.
Right.
Wow.
So tell us about that. I remember the story, but now, hey, it's an interesting story because it's like, what the fuck?
So fine. They hit me up,
Mm-hmm.
They were like, no, we want to have a meeting with you. So we're going to fly you down to Cape Town, blah, blah, blah. Sharp, they flew me down to Cape Town, got me a hotel. I think I flew down on Friday Friday night, something like that.
Right.
I'm not sure, whatever. So I got there, got to Cape Town in the morning. We went to the offices, sports scene.
Yeah.
I was with this other guy called, I think it's Court or something like that. Some other tall
Okay.
black guy. So go to the sports scene offices. They show me around, blah blah blah. They show me all the brands. So we get to the meeting. I was meeting with the buyers. I forgot the names, but I was meeting with the buyers. So basically, they were saying that they want me to take over Red Bat,
Right.
one of their useful brands. They wanted me to take
Okay.
over Red Bat via designing and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So so in the meeting they were like, so what would it take for you to leave your brand? Like I was like maybe a billion rand. I might leave. Well,
Yeah.
they were like, nah, we don't have that kind of money. Basically, they said, okay, we're offering you a job to come stay here down in Cape Town and start working for us, start working on Redbat, because we've seen what you've done and we want that for Redbat. So basically, there wasn't anything wrong with Redbat. They were making money, they were selling out and whatever. It's just that
So I want the product to be better.
no, not even. It wasn't even about production. It's just that the people who bought Redbird didn't value it. It had no value. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It always sold out, but it didn't have value, like value in the streets.
Right.
You know? I mean, if you see someone with a red T-shirt, it's like, okay.
Okay. Red bad. Ah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they wanted me to grow that value of that. Because the way they saw the way people valued GALXBOY and they wanted that for their brand. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, and I was willing to work for them, but that
With your
clause.
brand. Yeah, nah, imagine.
They had a clause that if I want to work with them, I had to completely like leave my brand, not even talk to anyone from my brand, like dog, nothing. I couldn't do anything for my brand. So I was like,
that's crazy. Nah.
This is an opportunity for me to learn like how the big guys do it, blah blah blah. But I can't just leave my ships like that, dog.
Yeah, like imagine. Yeah.
Just to go and work for somebody over a few coins on whatever.
Yeah,
so I was like,
the same coins.
Yeah, so I was like, I declined, Robert.
Yeah.
Declined.
Do you regret it?
No, I don't. I don't regret it.
That's good. That's good.
I believe that things take time, Robert.
Yeah, dude, everything takes time.
Because that was gonna be like a shortcut to where I wanted to be, but you never know. Maybe today I was gonna be stuck in that office.
Yeah.
For the next 10 years while my
hating
brand.
Your life.
Yeah, while
hating
my
your
brand.
Life.
Yeah, while my brand perishes and it's forgotten by everybody. Robert.
Yeah. Yeah, so, definitely, dog.
Yeah, I don't regret doing that. So sharp, I reject. I'll go back home. Robert.
Yeah.
I go back home. Yeah, the guy talks to me. Blah blah blah. We say our goodbyes. Whatever. So after, because I was talking with someone. I wanted to show them the emails, the conversations, blah blah blah. Oh. So sharp. I log on to my Google, the Gmail. I search. Yo, there's nothing, dog. Zilch.
I remember you telling me this as well.
No emails from Puccini Group, nothing. I searched that whole inbox. There was nothing. I was like, yo, What happened?
Yeah, nah, those niggas snapped it out.
Dog, I think these niggas hacked me or whatever. So there was nothing there. It's basically what, like, it never happened. You
That's
understand?
crazy.
So I
Yeah.
was like, "Aye, that's crazy. These are big niggas. You know what? Let me just
Yeah. Yeah, let them go. These are big niggas. No
let me
cap.
let me let it go."
These are
Or
big niggas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I want to ask you something, right? I saw this conversation the other day on Twitter. People talk about um not really gonna mention the name because I just try to get her on the show herself, you know. She was talking about the quality of local brands or South
sure.
African brands. I don't like local, the word local. The quality of South African brands and how they don't age well and how
Yeah.
she spends so much money. And you know, to a certain degree, I really understand where she's coming from. Like before I asked you your perspective, I'm gonna tell you mine. So like I totally understand where she's coming from. You get what I mean? In terms of quality. But when it comes to South Africa and this industry that she's talking about, I always feel like it's a special case, and a special case in such a sense that instead of us looking for perfection, I think what we should aim at is we must look for growth. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
if you buy a product that's faulty today and then you buy a product again in a month, I mean in a year, I should be at a position to look at the value. So for me, before we even talk about quality, I want us to talk about who's buying this quality t-shirt. Let's say I get a quality t-shirt and it costs 500. If people are already crying, or let's say it costs 600, if people are already crying about buying a 400 t-shirt without even asking about the quality, you know, like I've gotten so many people complain about the prices, but they don't even want the specifics. They don't even want to know what fabric was cut from that, what zip was used, what we used for the finishing. Like it's just the price, full stop. So for me, it's a thing of let's start from the beginning. Before we talk about quality, let's talk about the consumer habit and the
Yeah.
consumer's habit towards South African products. And the consumer habit towards South African products is the fact that a consumer is not willing to pay a price they don't think a South African product deserves.
Sure.
Do you get what I mean? And that's a
Yeah.
problem. That's a
Yeah.
big problem. Because then
That's
we're
a
jumping that conversation straight to quality. And it's like, fine, if I make this garment at the best quality, number one, who's buying it? Is there someone that's buying it? Number two, can the person buy it in that price? Both we already know both answers to the question. You get me? Like we know both answers to the question. So now, what's your view on this conversation?
I mean,
It's
for
tricky.
me, yeah, it's very tricky, dog. Because very people, they don't see us. You know what I mean?
They don't.
Because they know us. You know, they'd be like, it was that. You have to ringing.
Yeah, we
You
know
know.
Rakash. Very. Yeah.
So, but thing is, I scared about the issues that international brands have brainwashed these people. You must,
100%.
you must remember that international brands have brainwashed these people. International brands have put themselves on a level where people don't even ask anything; they just buy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so and now when you're coming up and you delivering with your car and your boot, they're like, "Hey, move,
Yeah, it goes.
no ways.
Yeah.
Like, I can't buy these t-shirts for 5 clicks, but no ways. Coming from a
Yeah.
boot,
Yeah.
you know,
Without the
this guy
packaging. Where's
yeah,
the delivery man?
yeah,
Yeah.
this guy talking to me on WhatsApp. I ordered on WhatsApp. He gave me an account I had to deposit. Doesn't have a store. Blah blah blah. So I'm definitely not paying 500. So the international brands have brainwashed these people. You understand? So that's
Yeah.
why we would struggle to get the price we want.
Mm-hmm.
Alright?
Mm.
So I think the best way to solve it is sorting out our side also in terms of the brand
Yes.
side of things. Alright?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fine, you can make the product is quality, that's fine. but there's other factors now
Many other factors.
that influences the buyer to actually buy
The
the garment.
product. Right.
Just like the Jordan ones. It was
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan that made them buy
Made
the.
them. Yeah.
If that product just came out on its own,
It
they
might
were
have
like,
not have sold that much.
yeah, they were like, hey, what shoe is
What's
this?
the shoes? Yeah. 100%.
So we have to fix that on our side.
Mm, mm.
Because when we come up, we're just offering the product. There's nothing else we
Nothing
offer.
else. There's no
There's no,
value add.
there's no value add. There's no emotional connection with the customer. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And obviously, it's hard for up and coming to develop that at in the beginning.
But
Waba?
it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
You just need to figure out a way how to position your brand in the market when you enter. Waba?
Right.
Can't
Right.
just
Yeah.
can't just enter and say I'm selling t-shirts.
Yeah.
Five five
Yeah.
hundred.
500. Come by. Yeah.
They're like, when they look at you like, man, what's going on here? Crazy.
Yeah.
Waba?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm in school right now and I'm learning these things. That there are many factors. Because in luxury, the the designer is the factor. The designer is one of the spokesperson of the brand. The brand heritage
Mm.
is one of the things they use to emotionally connect with the
With the
with the customer.
buyer, with the consumer. Yeah.
Yeah. And also they also like to show them how it's made. Like I don't know if you've seen these Christian Dior videos when they show you how
Yeah.
how the bag is made, the craftsmanship.
Yeah, but we definitely know they're not they don't make all the bags like that. We know
Yeah,
that though.
uh,
Yeah.
obviously they don't, but they can show you that when you see that you're like, yo, so
They
much
made it
work.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so delicate with the what and the what. So then that builds like a connection with you with the
Yeah.
brand. So when you buy it, I hear I'm buying.
Ababerekile, bo.
Yeah, I'm buying.
Yeah. 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 They go
So when
frustrate.
you come, so when you're coming up and you're a small brand and you just buying t-shirts and printing, hey, you're actually damaging your brand. You know what I mean?
Look, that's debatable. That's
Mm.
debatable. Let me tell you why it's debatable, right? I think it's debatable because, bro, big things start small, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if
Mm.
if I'm gonna sit in my room and be like, I'm only gonna produce when I can manufacture my own tea,
Mm.
we've got a problem there. You get what I
Sure.
mean? So
Mm.
that's why when I looked at that tweet, it was just like, we don't need tweets like that right now. Not
Yeah.
right now, because we're still at a very important stage where kids are actually freely creating their own brands. Do you get
Yeah.
what I mean?
Sure.
That's a baby step we need. We're walking in the right direction, because if that can start, the next kid is going to be like, I can't be doing this printing on my t-shirt thing. I need to make it from scratch. The next kid is going to be on I need to have a factory that makes the
Yeah.
t-shirt that I'm printing on. The next thing, you know what I mean? Like, there's building blocks to
Sure.
everything, dog. And
Yeah.
now what I think we're expecting is we just expect a kid with full teeth to just eat like meat. The baby was
Yeah.
born yesterday, but today must eat meat. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't work
Yeah.
like that, bro.
Yeah. But thing is now all the information is out there. That's my check.
Right.
I mean, you can walk into a Nike when you see the Nike T-shirt. It has a label. It's printed this way. The material is this way. When you buy it, they give you a packaging, or
Right.
the shoe comes in a box. And I mean, those boxes you keep them in your house because it's almost like a sentimental value to you. Well,
Right. Yeah.
so those things are there. So,
Mhm.
but obviously, when you're starting up, you can't afford to make those things.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You understand?
It's all about growth, my nigga. It's about like if I buy a shoe from you with no box, ne? After a year, if I come buy a shoe, nigga, that shoe better have a box.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then now I can't charge you the same price now.
I can.
I can't.
I can. That's what I'm aspiring to. That's the level how am I charging you a price at the level that's gonna keep me there?
I mean, if you're selling me a shoe with no box, you can't be charging me the same price.
I hear you. As with the
Buying
box.
at Nike.
I hear you. Yeah, that's a fair point. But at the same time, how am I gonna? Okay, let's say for this shoe, because it's the beginning of this brand, I'm just selling. I just want to break even. Like, I don't want no profit. I'm breaking even.
Yeah.
Ne? But for me to maybe get that box next collection, I want to maybe add a young clipper to every sale.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
So that even after I buy those boxes and those boxes don't sell, I'm not sitting on zero. Because you know that when you have a brand, you can't be on zero money, because there has to, even if it's like 100 rand, dude, you need to have like any form of money that can start you moving again. You know that,
Yeah.
obvious.
A brand needs constant cash flow, regardless.
Say that again, please.
A brand needs a constant cash flow.
Yeah.
Regardless, because things change. Because maybe you might have 100K and you bought round neck T-shirts for the summer for 100K, right? Then summer comes, people are into V-necks. What are you gonna do?
But you'd have 100K. Yeah. Now you're in trouble. So,
if you have cash on hand, you can switch it up and get the V-necks in, so you can make money or whatever. So if brands need cash on hand, because things change. Because you might be printing white T-shirts, can't they? In the summer, blue T-shirts are in fashion. So you have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, then you're in trouble.
Crazy.
Now, let me ask you something, right? It's probably like one of the last few things I want to ask you about. Challenges and sacrifices you've been through to get where you are today.
I mean, I've lost money, dog. I've lost hella money.
But doing what? The brand, or just like being childish?
I mean, mistakes inside the brand, like mistakes I've done inside the brand.
Yeah.
There was a time I ordered too much extra larges and double XLs that didn't sell at all.
You're gonna have to say that again. I think I'm losing you.
I'm saying there was a time when I ordered T-shirts, right? But I ordered too much of extra large and double XL. To a point the T-shirts didn't even move. All the smalls, mediums, and larges finished, but I had like maybe 100,000 worth of extra larges and double XLs that people didn't want.
Gosh.
You understand?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of mistakes in my journey, and it started also with getting investors and not interviewing the investors. Like figuring out what their strengths are, weaknesses, what they can do, what they can bring to the table besides money.
Yeah.
Baba.
Yeah.
So if an investor approaches you, you must do a background check. What's your background, dude? What business are you in? You know what I mean? It's not about money. Anybody can give you money. Baba. So those was one of my big mistakes.
But losing money is not a mistake, man. You know, money always comes back, bro.
Yeah, money always comes back, but obviously there's a better way to manage it.
Sorry?
obviously there's a better way to manage money.
Yeah, definitely. But you won't know the better way if you didn't do the bad way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have to do it the bad way first.
Yeah, that's life. Dog. People can tell you, yo, dude, do this, do that, do this, but until
Yeah.
you've been in that situation, is when you know that, hey, actually, I need to do this and do that. Once what?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're coming towards the end. Actually, this is something I wanted to mention at the end of the show though, is that what a lot of people that actually don't know, if they haven't actually listened to any interview that I've had, is that you actually planted the seed of me having a brand.
Is it?
If I didn't meet you at a specific time, there actually wouldn't be no date. Actually, really, like that's on no cap. Like there actually wouldn't be no date because it was only when we had that conversation about you saying you want to start a umbrella company. You want GALXBOY to be an umbrella company with a lot of brands under them. Is when I started thinking of me editing my clothes as it being a brand, you know?
Yeah.
And after having this conversation with you, I see how it was so easy for you to have that conversation with me, all based on I'm gonna keep homie. Because I mean, if someone helps you, you'll be much more you'll be in a position to help them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you won't even think twice. The thing of, this nigga put me on, let me put more niggas on. And yeah, bro, I appreciate that, you know? Last question, actually. What are your branding tips? Because obviously, as I know you focus on branding in terms of the size of the logo, where the logo is. Because I've seen a lot of your comments, and a lot of them, the logoing is intentional.
Yeah.
Where you put it's extremely intentional. So tell me, what is the one thing you look out for?
So it's it's about, firstly, if you're starting a brand, you have to have the eye.
Yeah, the eye.
You need the eye.
The eye. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, you can be a graphic designer. Doesn't matter. You can be the best graphic designer in the world, but you can't really start a brand.
Yeah, because you don't have the eye. Yeah.
Just like Red Bed, you can see that it's a brand that is made by graphic designers.
Yeah. Do you have an example?
These graphic tees of them, when they write, I don't know, they have speeches or whatever. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, so basically when you start a brand, for me, you firstly research your favorite brand.
Yeah.
For me, it was Louis Vuitton. So Louis Vuitton, the way they put their logo. I mean, if you go back to Louis Vuitton now and see, you'll see a lot of what I do.
I see some similarities.
Yeah. So the way they put their logo, how small it is, how big it is, how they take pictures, how they communicate, stuff like that. So you have to find a brand you like, an international established brand, research it, research that brand. You know what I mean? Then try to duplicate the research into your own brand.
Right.
Because sometimes you might think the t-shirt you made is dope, but it's actually
but
not.
It doesn't sell. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why you need the eye. I mean, you can make
the eye.
You need the eye, though. You can
The
have
eye.
you can have a nice logo, but if you don't know where to put it on the shirt, then
It's done.
You're done. You're finished. You're just selling another t-shirt. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about the eye, dog. And the eye, you can't even.
Yeah.
You can't give anyone the eye.
Buy the eye. Yeah, you can't buy the eye. It's a tastemaker's eye. Nah, I get you. I get you. All right, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, dog. Hope to catch up with you soon. So are you gonna drop something during this time right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to drop something in the winter. a few t-shirts, a few jackets. We'll see. I don't know. But thing is,
I
I have stuff ready. Like I have a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Like
then let's go, bro.
I have a whole lot of stuff. It's just a matter of me uh, being ready to bring them out the right way.
Word. The
Well,
right way. Yeah.
I have I'm sitting on lots of things right now, but I just want to put them out the right way. That's why I'm doing this online course so I can understand the whole thing, you
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Cause
So you
now,
don't want
cause
no new mistakes.
yeah, cause when I come back, it has to be like
A
forever.
real comeback. Yeah, obvious, because you've had your break, dog.
I've
You've
had my
had your break. You can't
had my
have more than one break, bro. You already
yeah
know.
yeah. But the other thing I want to say about the local brands here,
Yeah.
is that these guys they don't they don't research anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done a lot. I should be like something in the textbook. They go back to, but some of
Right.
them don't. They just come out and do all of this rubbish they're doing, and not really acknowledge everything around them. That's the one of
The
the
biggest
problems.
mistake.
Mm.
I
Cause,
totally agree. Totally.
cause,
Because
cause,
I think it's, sorry to interrupt you. I think for me, I think it's because, and I was thinking about it just today, right? To some people, they might have perceived um your movement as GALXBOY failing. Do you get what I
mm,
mean?
mm,
And what a lot of people don't do is they don't study failure, which
yeah,
absolutely doesn't make any sense to me, because this failure should always be the first thing you study, because you don't
mm,
want to fall into the same hole that guy fell into. You get what I mean? So people
yeah,
always want success stories, and it's like success stories, you actually have a higher chance of succeeding after learning from a failure story than succeeding after learning from a success story. Because when people view a success story, they literally do everything in that success story like
mm,
they are in that guy. I mean, like they're that guy, like they're stuck in that time. And it's like, bro, we stuck in different times, which means you can't use the same way James Jebba made Supreme Supreme is not the same way I can make Dead Dead, because we both started in different times.
yeah. It's different times. There's no way you can make another Supreme today. It's
You know
impossible.
what I mean? Different times, different markets, different
Mm,
consumerisms. There's so many different things, but people
yeah,
don't get that. And that's why I find it better like studying failure, because with failure, you see the small things that people underlooked, but they made such a big change.
mm,
You get me? But
yeah,
that's why people don't do research.
yeah. They don't. They need to do research. The young niggas need to do research because now we just make we just making brands, but they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere. So I think a brand that I like right now,
Mm-hmm.
this shoe brand,
About to.
but yeah,
Yeah. Why?
it's it's just fucking up the whole game, though. Like,
Yeah, it is. I won't cap. The guy's caking it.
yeah, you know what I mean.
But look, making money is one thing. We know this, but will you withstand the test of time? That's the
Yeah,
other thing. That's the other thing. And that's the one thing that's very tricky about the Bachi situation is, look, I give him damn because he's breaking the bank, you know. But the way South African consumerism is, the South African market is not very comfortable with consuming something that someone next door is consuming.
yeah,
Like by next door, I mean like my next door neighbor's consuming the same thing. And
yeah,
people are only okay with that if my next door neighbor drives a car that's better than mine. Then I don't mind consuming what he or she is consuming. And that's where I think it's going to be a bit tricky unless he changes the standards and the tiers of the brand. That's just
yeah.
my view of it.
That's the only way. That's how it works anyway.
Yeah.
Even with luxury, because thing is now I'm studying luxury brands. Even with luxury brands, there are items people all people can't buy. Or,
Yes.
but they are,
Yes.
but they've made items that are accessible to everybody. Like maybe like a Chanel lipstick or Chanel perfume. You understand?
Right.
Even if it's not the main thing, but
It's a Chanel something.
it's a Chanel something.
At least, yeah, I know it's, yeah.
Brand, the brand can grow on both sides,
True,
regardless.
true.
So
Yeah.
when you get to that point, then that's when you've really made it. When you can, when
When you
then
can dictate what market you get into.
yeah, where you can get the R1 or the 100,000. When you can get both, and that's when you're done with the game, basically. So
Fair,
that's what, yeah, that's where a, a brand needs to be.
fair.
Yeah.
I get you. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Good talking to you, my brother. Hope to
Sure.
catch up with you soon, okay? Why you?
All right.
Nah, thanks a lot, bro.
Sharp boy.